Tafadzwa Tafi Machekanyanga, how are you? Tafadzwa Tafi Machekanyanga, how are you? Just invite somebody to this live. Just invite somebody to this live. Let us just type where we are watching from. Just type where you are watching us from. Catherine Masunda, how are you? Tauya Damiano Zavazava, how are you? How are you? How are you? Lynn Munatswa, Rumbi Noctula Stotombe, Sekai Sharon Joma, how are you? I'm your fan. Tafadzwa, how are you? Faith Museki, you are from Nelspruit, Mpumalanga. Sharon from UK. Cindy Sobebe, East London. Catherine Masunda from Meadows. Tanio Chirenje from Blawayo, Cecilia Tambo, Cape Town, Gertrude Nkoma Zhishavane, Melody Shiri, Pretoria, Vicky Kim Charts from Dubai, how are you? How are you? Let's just invite some others, let's just invite others to join in. Shalom Museva from Abu Dhabi, how are you? How are you? Sharon Mujganembra, how are you? How are you? Mazimure Lisa, how are you? Sharon from South Africa. Okay. I said I just want to talk a little bit about being in the potter's hands. I said I just want to talk a little bit about being in the potter's hands. Munandiregerera ndichato mixa English neShona because ndiri muShona. Saka kuti ndinyatsonzwika ndichatonyanyisa kushandisa Shona zvakanyanya. I just want to talk a little bit about being in the potter's hands, hands. Like I said before, network yazomboita zvayo bad, but I was saying some people think it's easy to be in the potter's hands and it's all rosy, but it's not like that. There are some people who want to be vessels, maybe in the house of God, or to be vessels wherever they've been planted, but they don't want to go through the potter's hands. But for anything to become a vessel, it has to go through the potter's hands. And I was referring to the book of prophet Jeremiah, chapter 18, when God says to Jeremiah, go to the potter's house. And when Jeremiah gets to the potter's house, he finds the potter molding a vessel. And when the vessel didn't come out as he liked it, he had to break it and to remold it. So what I'm trying to say is, if you want to be a vessel, be prepared to be broken. If you want to be a vessel, be prepared to be broken. If you want to be gold, be prepared to go through the furnace. This is what I'm saying. in a potter's hands, there are a lot of things that happen. Being in a potter's hands is a process. It's not just something that happens automatically. It's not just something that happens over the night. To become a vessel, you have to go through certain processes. Ndenge ndakamboteerera zvangu vanhu vachiti zvekushandiswa naMwari zvinopiwa mahara, but you have to go through processes. To be a vessel, even in the Lord's house, you have to go through processes. One, first, unenge uri ivhu, you have to allow yourself to be soil. And not just any soil, but you have to be clay. Hakungotorwi any type of soil, hakungotorwi sand, hakungotorwi jecha, roya robva ranzi rakuumbwa kuti riitwe a vessel. You have to be clay. One, clay soil is the one that is used to mold a vessel. So pane a certain type and certain characteristics that God looks for him to use you as a vessel. Even kuma companies, kune some certain attributes and some certain qualifications that they look at for you to be given a certain position. So to become a vessel in the house of God, there are some certain characteristics and some certain attributes that God looks at. Hatingonotori ivhu murwizi jecha tobva tati takutoumba hari. That is not possible. Tinotoenda pachuru pane clay soil, then we find after getting clay soil haringobvi raita hari from churu. No, it has to be crushed. The soil has to be crushed. How? Rinogona kuiswa padombo and we use another stone to crush that soil. Or rinogona kuiswa muduri toshandisa mutswi kuritswa kuti rive fine clay soil that can be used to mold. That crushing process is painful. That crushing process is painful, and this is when most people give up. This is when most people lose it all. They don't want to be crushed. A lot of people, they don't want the crushing process. Kukangotanga kutswiwa, akangotanga kutswanywa, akutoya kuna evangelist kuti I give up. I can't do this anymore. I can't take this pain anymore. Allow yourself to be crushed. Number two, after crushing the soil, toridira mvura. Apa zvinomboita kunge zvakupfava. Maybe zvinomboita kunge zvava easier. Pain inomboita kunge yakuisena. It becomes like it's easy and the process, the painful process is over. Takuridira mvura kuti ripfave. After that, the potter takes the soil and begins to mold it. The molding process kunotoitwa kusqueezwa. Kune kusqueezwa nekushinyangwa uri muruoko rwemuumbi kushinyanga to become the shape that he wants. Pawiu pane kutenderedzwa. There is some going in cycles that happens uri pawiu. Still you are in the potter's hands. Uri kutenderedzwa uri pawiu. And many people also give up at this stage. Avadi the merry-go-round. Avadi the going in cycles that happens for them to become vessels. Vazhinji, they give up at this stage. I cannot take this anymore. Ndopa unoona munhu atokwira bhazi kana kuenda kuMozambique kunoromba kunotsvaga zvikwambo kuti zviite because haasi kuda the process yekuita go round in circles. Haasi kuda the process yekuiswa pawill kuti atenderedzwe, amoldwe, aitwe the will, the vessel that God wants, the vessel that is needed for wherever they are planted. Number three, after being molded, waumbwa, if the potter realizes that you are not the vessel that he desired, you are not the shape that he wanted, he may crush you again. Hey? He may crush you again. Imagine starting over again the whole process. Watoumbwa wakufunga kuti now this is the thing. Then you are being crushed, you are being broken again. Some people go through this. Paunenge wakuti now I think ndasvika. ndasvika palevel randandichida, ndasvika a vessel, you are broken again. This being broken again, some people also give up at this stage. They don't want to be broken again. Then when you are broken, you are remolded. Wakudzokera foot per wheel. And remember, kuti uzoitwa broken again for remolding, it means hauna kubuda as God desired you to come out. Listen, when you are going through the process, when you are being molded to become a vessel, when you are being molded to become a vessel, allow God to mold you and be molded to become the vessel that God desires. Vanhu vazhinji, they come out not the desired vessel. Vanhu vazhinji, they come out not the desired vessel. You go through a lot of temptations, you go through a lot of tribulations, but still you come out not as the Lord desires you to be. You come out not as the Lord wanted you to be. He has to re-crush, re-break you, and then remold you. Chechi 3. Waumbwa tinoisa pazuva kuti the vessel that we have molded iome. Apa ndo paunombotanga kutsva, uchirwadziwa, uchita kunge wakaiswa wakananikwa pazuva. After the sun, it's not yet over. Ausati wasimba. Now we need to strengthen you. We need to strengthen you. And what do? We light a fire, a very hot fire. Tobva takupinza muchi mold chacho, muchi furnace chinoshandiswa kupisa hari kana mavessels. Takupinza imomo tokuchidzira moto urimo kuti unyatsosimba uri ipapapa ndopa peak pacho, ndope kuti if you up you get there, and if you give up you crack and you break. If you don't give up, unoshika, you become a vessel, and if you give up you crack and you break. Mumoto amuna kuchipa. In the furnace it's not easy. In the furnace it's hot, it's uncomfortable, and it's at the dawn of your breakthrough. Pakupiswa ndo padawn yebreakthrough yako, pazvinenge zvakunyanyisa kurwadza, pazvinenge zvakunyanyisa kupisa, even mumarriage, pekuti your marriage has not been that perfect, but painenge yakunyanyisa kurwadza, painenge yakunyanyisa kunge azvichatoita, when you feel like giving up, don't give up, don't crack and break. Hold on and hang in there. You are almost there. You are almost perfect. You are almost the vessel that God desired you to be. If it's in marriage, maybe God wanted to remove some certain characteristics and some certain attitudes in you. But kana watopa stage yemoto, it becomes more painful. Wakuita ngo ukunyanyisa kukuchidzirwa moto, zvakunyanyisa kupisa, but you are almost there. Don't give up. Don't crack and break. Hang in there, hold on, keep on praying, keep on hoping, keep on hoping. Then kana wapiswa ukabuda usina crack, usina kubreka. Then the potter anochaga paint. Obva atanga kukupainda to beautify you, and after that you are a vessel that God can use. You are a vessel in your marriage. But many people, they want it easy. They think it just comes easily. Avadi the process yekuita go through the potter's hands. Avadi zvekushinyanga. Avadi kuita go through the wheel. They don't want to go in cycles. Vanongoda zviri easy. They just want to wake up a vessel without being perfected, without going through the fire, without being crushed, without being broken and remolded. But if you are in the potter's hands, if you want to become a useful vessel, allow all those processes to take place in your life, but don't give up, don't crack and break. I remember the story of Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. At one time, they were thrown into a burning furnace. the furnace was heated 7 times than it was ever heated. Then after that, they were thrown into the furnace. Those who threw them in the furnace thought it was the end of them. Sometimes when you are in the potter's hands, that you have to go through the furnace, that you have to go through the fire. But sometimes those who are throwing you into the fire, they think that's the end of you. They think you are going to give up and throw in the towel. But just don't. Keep on holding. Keep on holding on. Keep on praying. Keep on pressing towards the goal. When they were thrown into the furnace, they thought it was the end. But behold, the king says, didn't we throw 3 men into the furnace? But now I'm seeing 4 men in the furnace. What I'm just trying to say is, throughout the process of being in the potter's hands, you are not alone. God is with you. There's always a second man that is standing by your side. Allow them to throw you into a furnace. Allow them to crush you. But there is a second man who is standing by you. There is a second man who will always give you strength. When they were in the furnace, when they were thrown into the furnace, they didn't melt, they didn't die. But when they came out, the king says, let us promote them. Let us make captains over all the other captains. Let us worship their God. Sometimes you have to go into the potter's hands and through it all, so that the glory of the Lord can manifest through you. I don't know the furnace that you are in. I don't know why you are in the potter's hands, but all I know is God has something great in store for you after this process. After being in the potter's hands, you are destined for greater heights. You are destined for greater things. You are destined for greater positions. You are destined for greater harvest. When you are in the potter's hands, just don't crack and break. Hang in there, hold on. When they throw you into the furnace, hold on, hang in there. When they crush you, hang in there, hold on. I know some people, they want to give up right now. Stage give up. It's just too much. It's just overwhelming. You spend the whole night crying. You are miserable. You don't know happiness. You don't know joy anymore. But what I just want to tell you is, you are in the potter's hands. Hang in there. The process may be long, but you will come out there an important vessel and pure gold without going through the furnace. So when they threw Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego into the furnace, they thought they were doing them harm. They thought they were going to destroy them. They thought they were going to give up on their God, but they did not. Instead, they were purified. You know, they didn't know the purpose of a furnace. The purpose of a furnace is to purify gold, to separate pure gold from marara, from chaff. So when they threw them into the furnace, they didn't know that they were refining them. They didn't know that they were purifying them. Same applies to the tribulations and the trials that you are going through. They think they are doing you harm. They think it's going to be the end of you, but you are being purified. Allow God to purify you. Allow God to remove all the chaff. Allow God to remove all the useless and pointless attributes and attitudes in you. And after that, God, some of us are going through trials even in our marriages. Maybe the reason is because God wants to remove some attitudes that are in you. Maybe you are stubborn. Maybe you are not respecting your husband. Maybe you are proud. Maybe I don't know the characteristics that God wants to deal with, but God is breaking you to remold you. Allow God to break you, then to mold you again. When you are going through the fire, just know that the Lord wants to that is in me. And it's the time that you should pray. Kutimari, show me what you want me to do. Show want me to get rid of. Show me. Be purified. Allow God to go with you throughout the process. Go on the stone, be crushed. Go into the furnace, be strengthened. Go into the furnace, be purified. Go through it all. Don't give up. Hang in there. Even that sour marriage, hang in there. You are in the process. When you come out of that process, you will be a queen to him. Just allow God to deal with you. Chingoti Mari, itai zvamunoda neni. I know I'm in the furnace, but do as you please with me. Itai zvamunoda. Mold me into a vessel that you can use. When you are broken, just say, Lord, I thank you for breaking me up. I know you are going to remold me. I know I'm not the vessel that you desired, and you have broken me so that you can mold me. When you go through the fire, just say, Lord, I know there's something that you want to get rid of in me. I know that I'm not pure gold, and you want me to make me pure gold. Just purify me. Just make me pure gold. Go through it. Don't give up. Don't crack and break. Hang in there, hang in there. Be molded. Remain in the potter's hands. No matter how painful it is, no matter how painful it is, remain in the potter's hands until you become a useful vessel. Until you become a useful vessel. Hang in there. Don't crack and break. Thank you. Be blessed. I just want to mold Hannahs who are going to be resilient, Hannahs who are going to persevere, Hannahs who are going to go through it all with strength and with hope, that after it all, I'm going to become a vessel. I don't know what you may be going through. I know you have questions. I know maybe you even wanted to ask evangelist, why is my marriage like this? Why is my career like this? All I just want to say to you is, you are in the furnace. You are in the potter's hands. Hang in there. Don't give up. Don't crack and break. But you are going to come out of it a useful and powerful vessel. I still remember a time when I was going through the furnace. A time when I was in the potter's hands. At times I would ask God, why am I going through all this? Why am I going through all this pain? I used to stay at a house ndiri loja pamba pekuti every day in the morning waifunga kuti vanhu varara vachiita homework yekumuka vachikushungurudza vachikutsondora zvekuti at the end the only person and the only way I could turn to was to God. And what I would do, ndaimuka and do all my chores, ndandisingashande by then. After doing all my chores, ndaienda kuwilderness. I could only turn to God. Saka ndaiswera ndaitotiza pamba because I was facing so much adversity. I was facing so much hatred. I was facing so much pain. Zvekuti ndaiti ndikapedza basa ndobva ndaenda kuwilderness. Vanogara kuwadzana, you know the place. Ndaenda kumapaddock. I would spend the whole day ndiri kupaddock ndichinamata. At times ndaingoenda ndonozvambarara. I would start to cry and just say, God, just do as you please. Chingoitai zvamunoda Mwari neupenyu hwangu. But at times I would ask God, why me? Why am I going through all this? I didn't know that God was preparing me for something. Right now, I know that even vanhu vakataura zvinenge against me, or even if I'm going to face any kind of adversity, I can stand because I have been there. I have been through the furnace. I have been in the potter's hands, and I remained resilient. I remained strong. I remained hopeful that one day God is going to take me out of this. So if you are facing any adversity, just hang in there. God is taking you somewhere. Just allow God to mold you into a vessel that He can use. God knew that the calling that He had for me, I was going to face a lot of adversity. Pachauya adversity, pachauya a lot of persecutions, a lot of accusations, and God was molding me. He wanted to make me strong so that when this comes, I will be prepared. I will stand and know that the Lord will take me through it because He had taken me through it back there. So even if I face adversity now, I'm not moved. Even if I face face hatred now, I am not moved because God once took me out of it and he can still do the same. I remained resilient. I allowed God to take me through the furnace. I allowed God to take me through the fire, and I came out as a vessel that he can use. So I'm just encouraging you, if you are going through anything that is painful, if you are facing any adversity, know that God is molding you into a vessel that he wants to use. Know that God is taking you through the furnace to come out as gold. Don't let the seed that God planted in you be robbed because you are going through adversity. Let it instead grow. Let it instead be nurtured by the pain